What up, gang? Good evening, Beanie. Chef Carlos. Hell yeah. We're chefing. Hi, Carrie. It's your first 2 matches in Apex. And you are People Champion. Good job. You guys want to see something crazy? Got a girth on that. I've never chopped one of these before. So this is going to be interesting. Hey Mazza, what's up? How am I going to fit that up my arsehole? With great difficulty, I imagine. I don't know. It's alright. I don't know how much I need. I need 500 grams. I think this is 500 grams. Maybe it's a kilo. I'm trying to work it out by holding it. Wait, this is a bag of sugar. How much is this? This is 1 kilo. Yeah, it's about 500. It's fine. You don't need weighing scales. So, I think I chop the end off and then I peel it. That's the plan, because we are cooking coconut and squash. A bit of the recipe up. Coconut and squash Dhansak, I think it's called. Dhansak? Dhansak. Everyone I've mentioned it to is like, oh yeah, I know that. And I'm like, what the fuck? I've never heard of this before in my life. But it says to put the stuff in the microwave. Now, in my experience, that's going to be shit. 10 minutes in a microwave? I ain't microwaving stuff. So I'm going to put them in the oven for a little bit. Put them in the oven for a little bit, and then yeah. So I'm going to chop this, prep the other veg, and then I'll put these chopped in the oven for like 10-15 minutes, just to a little bit, to soften them up a little bit, because then when we put them into the actual curry, we want it to be edible and not like brick. Because I think when I've done satay, that was using sweet potato. That's very different. I've never really cooked with a squash before in this way, so I will do what I've done before when I did squash risotto and I roasted it first. I don't think the idea of putting it in the microwave sounds very fun. Dhansak, yeah. Dhansak. Never heard of it. You know it. Yeah, loads of people seem to know it, so I'd never heard of it before, but look at the orangeness. Okay, now I don't know whether peeling is going to be possible using this. Kind of? This is okay, right? So yeah, we'll peel and chop this. I will lube up a tray, put some oil in there so we don't get anything sticking, and then roast cubes of this. Should maybe peel this because now it's actually it's just getting juicy in general. It's juicing. Got a slipper and everything. I think we roast it and then we do everything else and then we add it when it sells. I'm not saying I know better than the recipe, but putting this in the microwave for 10 minutes, if any recipe tells you to microwave something for 10 minutes, I think it's not a good idea. But I have cooked with squash before, I've just never fully like peeled one, like chopped one of these myself. I've always got it like squash and pumpkin kind of thing. Remember when I did like pumpkin risotto? Couldn't find enough pumpkin, so it was pumpkin and butternut squash. But that came like pre-done. Okay, that's looking alright. It smells really good actually. No, we're losing peelings. Ugh. I'm going to do this and then clean up the board, because then we have to do onions, and I don't want peelings of this with the onions. Yeah, I'm going to chop the end off. I thought it was going to be... Oh shit, yeah. It's got seeds in the middle. Okay. We chop down the middle. Very carefully. I'm sure someone's watching this being like, no! That's not how you chop a butternut squash! You fucking idiot! No, it's fine. Let's see. Oh. That peeling I just picked up, I dropped again. Ugh. You put those peels in the oven and you have squash crisps. Yeah, maybe I'll try that one day. I don't know. Well, you eat like the peeling, the skin of the squash. How am I going to get this out? Just scoop it? I guess it's no different from like potato, I guess. But I don't know. I suppose people make like crisps, chips out of a lot of things these days, right? You get all those like weird ass veggie crisps. You get like parsnip ones and stuff, which I love a parsnip. Don't get me wrong. But should have maybe used a spoon for this. Just waving around this chopper is not the safest thing to do. Still a seed in there. Gosh. Just want to get all of the crap out first, and then you can chop without having to worry about seeds and peelings and stuff. I'll put this to one side. I'll put all this in the bin. Naturally, half of it didn't go in. There we go. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. So I'm actually expecting a much harder job. But getting tangled up saves food wastage, I guess. But like, is it edible? Is it nice? Is my question, I suppose. There's food wastage, and then there's eating stuff which doesn't taste nice. You know what I mean? How do we chop these? Like this? That's big enough. Do we want it chunky or not so chunky? Don't like that, I think. Because this doesn't have any meat in it. It's purely veggie. Nothing wrong with that, of course, but I guess this is going to be the kind of the bulky thing, right? Like, so when I was teaching, I was this kid at school, and he used to eat apples and pears, and he would eat like the whole thing. Like core, stalk, the whole thing. You give it to him, he just chow down. And it's like, he's like, oh yeah, but you know, you have to eat the whole thing. And I'm like, you don't have to. You can just put the stalk in the bin. This isn't actually gonna. I thought this was gonna be a lot more looking at the actual thing, but it's not as much as I thought it was, to be honest. But then again, I just suck at like gauging things by eye. Like rice, pasta. It's always the way. Hey Molly, how you doing today? Hey Nymph. You wanna munch on an apple stem? No. No. You're basically eating bark at that point. Go and chew on a tree, you know? But who am I to argue? The kid enjoyed it. His parents were fine with him doing it, so I was like, alright, fucking crack on then, I guess. Don't come crying to me when you end up with, you know, a branch in your lower intestine. Okay, that is our, I keep forgetting what it's called, squash. Butternut squash. Bits are sticking to my hand. Sharing is caring. Okay, let's get a tray out. And we are going to just put these, just roast these for a little bit. Let's get a little oliva. Oil that olive. Get my fingers in there. All oiled up. So I'm hoping this is going to be actually good because I've just got like a couple of naans with it. So if it's not good, then yeah. There's lentils in this, there's butternut squash. It seems quite a bulky thing. So I don't plan on doing any rice or anything like that with it. And it doesn't recommend doing rice with it. So I thought, okay, follow the recipe, see what it recommends. So we got like a couple of naans each, which I think should be enough if like this is tasty enough, right? And if it's got like enough going on. But it does have quite a lot of stuff. It's got like spinach, lentils, all sorts of stuff. Right, so we've got that going on there. I might drizzle a little bit of oil on top, just mix it all up in there. Okay, right. I'm gonna wipe my fingers on it. I don't know if I want to put that in the oven just yet, but I guess it's better to do it now. So if it does need more, then I can amend that later, as opposed to not having enough time and having to delay everything. So what time is it now? 37. Put that in there. And I can't imagine it will need too long. Onions. Onion. You can add the onion. Put this, I don't need this anymore, do I? No. Depends on the tree. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Oh, sorry. Right, so I'm just going to dice this onion, and this is what we're going to... This is the last thing I think we need to prep. Yeah. This is the last thing. Then we start... I'll move you guys over there then. And then I'll be able to start cooking everything. Which is what I mean when... We don't add the stuff till later, I think. Yeah, so we basically make a sauce, and then I'm trying to get like it's literally like this recipe has 2 steps. Each step is like a fucking essay. Yeah, so we add like a lot of the liquids, simmer that until it makes a sauce. Then we add the squash, the lentils, spinach, and some seasoning. And then we add coconut yogurt. So I've got some coconut yogurt. Did you see Cloudy's legs? Right, let's get chopping. I'm thinking 10-15 minutes for the squash. I'll check after 10. If it looks good, then I'll bring it out. If not, give it another 5. We chop it at onion. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. This does remind me, like, ingredients wise, of the satay one, but obviously it's not sweet potato, it's squash. They're both orange and they're both like chunks, so I guess it's going to be a similar texture, maybe. Well, I guess squash isn't as soft as sweet potato once it's cooked, so But also it's got spinach, but obviously we haven't got any peanut butter or anything like that. It's not really satay. This is completely different. It's more coconutty. So we've got coconut milk going in and coconut yogurt, which seems like a lot of coconut. So I don't know what this is going to taste like at all. You kind of know what to expect when it's like butternut squash, you know what that tastes like. Spinach, obviously. But if the base of the sauce is going to be mostly coconut, makes me wonder, what are we doing? Right, let's get everything else prepared so we can add things as needed. We don't have any, got a jar to open. Open it in one. Strength. Jordan with the 72 months. Sub bitches. 72, yo, is that a, wait, 72. That's 6 years, dude. Congratulations on 6 years. Thank you for giving me money for 6 years. You fool. Unaware? No, I'm checking the... Once I get this fixed, I think I need to, like, completely do a hard reinstall of OBS. And then just reset up everything, because for some reason it's just not working. Thanks very much, Roland. Hope you're doing well, man. I still have them turned off, but I have the activity feed, so I can see when something comes up. What you should be doing, if you want to catch me unawares, is doing it when I'm not looking at the screen, because then I won't see it. We've also got tomatoes going in this as well. This is a new playlist, by the way. So I try something different, and this one does not have ads by the sounds of it, which is fantastic, because it means I don't have to consistently go over and check and be like, skip ads, because, yeah. Can I look at my snap real quick? Yeah, sure. What the hell? You break an entire leg off of that table? Why are you brandishing it like a weapon? You're a madman. You're a madman. Right, we've got the onions. I think we use this. You need to buy a new table. I mean, if it's missing a leg, I would recommend that, yes. Right, this is where I find out I still have lentils left over. I'm pretty... Fuck. Thought I'd use them all. Okay, well that's fine. I need more anyway. Okay. Now, according to this, no garlic? No garlic. No garlic. A lack of garlic. I'm going to check the comments. That doesn't seem legit to me. Is the mini naan included in the calorie total? Shut up. Okay. So good, even my toddler loves it. What? Why are you giving your... What? Okay. Why are you giving a toddler... No, no. Yeah, this person recommends ginger. Okay, this person used chickpeas instead of lentils. I don't have a microwave. That sucks for you. My husband's a real meat eater, but even he really enjoyed this. Thanks, DD64. This woman says, History Helen says it needed sweetening up a bit. It's got like fucking 12 coconuts worth going in there. How sweet do you want it? Okay, I'm definitely putting garlic in this. I think I've been vindicated in my choice there. Okay, let's give this a little bit of heat. Splash of olive oil. Just wondering what heat to put it on actually. Maybe 5. Not time. Okay, a couple of minutes. I'm going to check the butternut squash. I'm going to move you guys over here. I'm going to try and make sure you don't fall off this time. Last week I was lobbing the camera everywhere. You see? You guys got a view. There we go. I think that's alright. You have so much ginger in your garden. Nice. Bring some over. I need it. Need spoon. What am I doing? Garlic. This one is nearly dead. But yeah, you'll spare. So we're good. Alrighty, is this a curry stream? It is first. Plus rep, thank you, thank you. This is the first time I've made one of these. A Dhansak, I think it's called, or a Dhansak. Alright, for this to heat up a little bit. And then we throw in our onions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for these to soften a little bit, and then I'm going to throw in a little bit of ginger and a little bit of garlic, because it doesn't feel right having a curry without ginger or garlic in it. Seems kind of crazy if you ask me. A little bit loco. Right. Plus touch 10 China rep, nice. Get some social credit points. Will I make a doner kebab on stream? I've made lamb kofta before. I made lamb kofta. That was like, was that this year or last year? You guys kept saying it looked like poop because they were brown sausages. I can't remember what I had it with. I think I put them in pizza or something, or we just had them with stuff. I can't remember. So yeah, I'd do that again actually. That was something nice. But anyways, lamb's like super expensive. But I'd definitely do it again. You can make a mixed kebab. Get a lamb kofta, get chicken. Okay. I'm going to check the butternut squash now. I've got my glasses on, so don't check too closely. You know what, I'm going to leave that in longer. That needs longer. It smells good though. It's going in the right direction. Which is what we like. Gonna give this a few minutes. Once the sauce is simmering, when we've added all of our liquids, then I will, what will I do? Check the butternut squash. I'd like to bring it like out and give it time to rest, so any like excess liquid comes out of it. Otherwise, it's going to become too watery. And there's something I do not like is things that are way too watery. Gravy, custard, curry. It's too watery. It ain't for me. This is looking good so far. gone. That one's ogre. Okay. Put it in there. Give this a stir around. After this, I need a little bit more because we want the garlic to start burning. I also want to keep an eye on the temp because this does get very hot. And it's not very fun when that happens because then it will start spitting everywhere. Jammies. Oh right, that's the emote. See, that's another thing. I need to see if there's a new there's an update to the chatbot so I can actually see stuff. People can actually see stuff on the stream as opposed to just seeing the text. Otherwise it makes you guys look like lunatics. Okay. Looking good. Need another spoon. Okay. So I'm gonna add the curry paste first. So we've got a korma paste here. Honestly, could have maybe found a better recipe. But most of them do recommend using this as the base for your spices. So I don't think it's definitely not going to be a spicy one. I imagine it's going to be very much like a korma at this rate, using this spice and with the coconut milk and stuff. We will see, we will see. Need to give that a rinse. So I'm going to mix this around a bit first. It's a bit of a summary playlist we got going on. What kind of summary food is there? There's something I was going to make next week. I was going to do like bruschetta with like arancini balls and stuff like that. Thought that would be something interesting to try. Something like a little bit lighter. Okay, chopped tomatoes. Plop, plop, plop. Probably didn't need my sound effects there. And then finally the coconut milk. See what I mean? Like this is going to be like, there's a lot of liquid in here and a lot of stuff going on. Give this a stir now, get it all integrated. I'm going to leave this simmering for a little bit. And apparently it will thicken up. I only found this one because I was browsing recipes and I just kind of, I pick things out that I don't recognize the name of. Something I've not cooked or eaten before. And this jumped out as one of those things. I was like, huh, never heard of anything like that before. So this is about 10 minutes to simmer. Okay, let's check. Squash, it's looking okay. What time is it now? Coming up to 7. So in like 2 hours time, actually I should probably check. I believe in 2 hours time I have a cast ETF12 game. But let me double check the time. Because knowing my luck, they've scheduled it an hour before. No, 21:15. So in roughly, what? What time? 2 hours, like 2 hours 20? Something like that. It's a Prem game. Failure versus Twice. So I'll be casting over on Chris Cast sometime afterwards. Okay, I guess right now we've got not much to do but wait. Gonna leave this simmering for a little bit. And then once it's thickened up, we add the squash, which is currently in the oven. When that's ready, we take it out, let it rest for a little bit. Yeah, and then the lentils and the spinach go in. Yes. Then we add all of that in, and then towards the end, we then add coconut yogurt as well. So, let me double check how much. Yeah, so you need to add coconut yogurt as well. So I'm gonna have some of this left over, which, you know, hopefully it tastes nice, so I can have it for breakfast or something. Failure, change their energy to now. Oh, okay. Actually, okay game in Prem, what year is it? Apparently there's been some, I mean this week is supposed to be like close games, right? I think it's STCK versus Envision, and then, yeah, the two teams play each other as well, and they're all on different days, so, yeah. Steaming away. It smells nice, which is always a good start. How much spinach do we need to add? 200. 400 grams of lentils. Seems like a lot of lentils, man. But I guess that's going to make it a little bit thicker as well. Also got some naans for the side, like I said. So I'm hoping the spinach, the lentils, and the squash will make it like kind of thicker, because then it'll be nice just with the naans. Is that coconut malt? On this, the day we're cooking with coconut? It's fate. It's fate. It was meant to be. There was only one type. Actually, there was two types. I lied. There was two types of coconut yogurt, by the way. And it's from this thing called the. What is it called? I don't even know what the company's called. Natural? No. Coconut Collab? Yeah. The Coconut Collab. And basically there was either this one or there was coconut and raspberry. And I was staring at it for a long time because I didn't see this one. I was staring at it for a long time like, could I put coconut and raspberry into this curry? But no. It says plant-based, which I fucking hope so, because coconut is a plant. Yeah. Ba-ba-ba-dam. We added a lot of cool stuff in there, so that's why it's taken a while to get up to temp, I guess. Double check the squash. I think we're looking okay. Again, I think it could do with a little bit longer. How long has it had already? We put it in 37, so it's had just over 20 minutes. You say coconut is a plant? It comes from a plant, doesn't it? Coconut's a fruit, right? Wait, no. Why is it coconut? Coconut's not a nut. I remember that from the song. You know the coconut song? The Coconut nut is not a nut. That one. So it's not a nut. Is it a fruit? Is it a legume? I don't know. Maybe we can hope for an okay results. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it'll be a good game. I think it's a vigil, right? Am I high? Have you not seen the fucking coconut song, dude? Go to YouTube and type in the coconut song. And it teaches you a lot about coconuts. And it teaches you that a coconut is in fact not a nut. Botanically speaking, a coconut is a fibrous one-seeded drupe. Alright, Ned. I ain't reading any more of that. The hell is a drupe? The coconut can be all three, a fruit, a nut, and a seed. Holy. Damn. In the presence of royalty. Shape-shifter coconut. You just ate 2 entire pieces? Nice, dude. The coconut song doesn't exist? It does. And gaslight me into thinking it's an entire song that I spent a lot of time watching and learning from doesn't exist. It's 2 for 1? Damn. The thing is, over here, the only 2 for 1 kind of place you get is Domino's, right? And they do 2 for Tuesdays. And even then, you're spending like 25 quid on 2 pizzas. Because 1 pizza is that expensive. A drupe is a fleshy fruit? Okay. Thanks for bringing the word fleshy into chat. I appreciate it. I've never actually like had an actual coconut. Like, I've never like got an actual coconut and like cracked it open and done all that stuff. That seems like a faff. Because you have to like crack it open and then like milk it or something. Like drain it. Don't milk it. Sounds weird. You know what I mean? Don't clip that. You have to like drain all the juice out of it and then take all the inside bit. Clip it, you're banned. For life. You're bad. I'm looking a bit fleshy today. What does that even mean? That means that they're expensive, but it's better than trash to do across the street. That's fair. I mean, I guess it depends where you live. Living in the city, there's quite a few different places. It's about finding that balance between one that's not like super expensive and one that's not like trash. There's usually a middle ground. You get the cheap trashy ones and then you get the expensive good ones. You can find like a reasonably priced, pretty tasty one somewhere. You could eat dirt while drunk. Damn nice. Alright, we're bubbling away now, which is good. I'm going to give the squash like 2 or 3 more minutes. I actually wash this stuff while I'm waiting. Just worried about the lentils. Just like wondering if they're going to have enough time. Maybe I should add them in now, but I don't want to add them in now until the sauce actually thickens up. Otherwise it's just going to get too starchy. I don't know. Because the recipe says use canned lentils. Which I'm not. I'm using proper lentils. To be fair, this recipe is pretty bad. I should have found a better one. This one just seemed like it had the nicest like combination of stuff, but yeah. I guess the red flags were it said use frozen onions and microwave your squash. There we go. You go there. Alright, thoughts. This is bubbling away. When I take the squash out, I'm going to put the lentils in and give them a few more minutes than anything else in there, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. Is there a clip? Yeah, there is. It was in one of the highlight videos I did. Yeah, he was really drunk and then he thought he saw something shiny on the ground, so he jumped off a cliff and he landed in the lava. The shiny thing being the lava, of course. But unfortunately there isn't a clip of him making rice pudding at 4 AM while drunk. Here I go watching CeeJaey again. It's a never-ending cycle. I'm gonna have to move all this stuff if I'm gonna do the naans. Alright, I'm gonna take the squash out now. If it's not ready, I'm in trouble. Don't steam up my glasses. Oh no! What did I say? This is looking good. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna give this a little moment to cool down. Yeah, I'll definitely add the lentils in and then the squash. Mix that all up and then put in the spinach to wilt. Do some seasoning and then we add the coconut yogurt, which I don't know what I don't know. But then again, what was the recipe I did the other day? Paprikash a few weeks ago, and then we added in something to that, didn't we? What was it added? Something. Yogurt, cream or something right at the end. You running. Cream? Still is cream in our fridge. Is it off, is the question. There is no longer cream in our fridge. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, lentils time, I think. I'm putting in a lot of lentils, by the way. This isn't me just being like, whoa! My hand is not stopping. Requires quite a lot of lentils. And I'm guessing there is a lot of liquid, so that's probably why. So what I'm going to do is, oh gosh, there's like a mass of lentils in the middle now. You need to mix that up, otherwise it's just going to sink to the bottom. So they're going to absorb some of that liquid. But then the spinach is going to add more, right? So maybe that's the idea. But then it did say canned lentils as well, so maybe that's not the idea. Okay, that is all the lentils we need now. I'm just going to try and mix it up. So think this is going to get quite thick, actually. Thick. Thick AF. Where's my sticky thingy? It's gone? There isn't one on this one? Shit. I guess I just do this and hope no one knocks it out of the cupboard. Teehee. Okay. I feel like this is going to be something I have to stir now for quite a while. Otherwise stuff's going to stick. Okay, put the scissors back. I don't even know what the clip is for your command. I lose track. Okay, now it's cool enough? Yes. I'm going to start putting in the squash. Trying to. I'm failing. Ah, hot. So, amendments to the recipe, garlic and ginger. And I did simmer the sauce for a little bit longer because adding in the chopped tomatoes, the paste, korma, and the whatchamacallit, the coconut milk. Oh my gosh, it's like overflowing. It makes the temperature of the the mixture go way down, so it needs to get temp up. There's way too much going on here right now. It's not going to fit, guys. Huh? How the fuck am I going to get spinach in here? Not to mention the yogurt as well. Right. Too much freaking squash, maybe? Or just not a big enough pan for the amount that I'm cooking. I followed the recipe's instructions, but I guess there's quite a lot. I should have used the bigger crusette pot, probably. Okay. I'm gonna teaspoon, give this a taste for a sec. Yeah, those lentils are not fucking done. I'm not sure what to do here. Because the lentils are... some of them are not done. And that's just going to make it crunchy. Could add some water. I'm just getting stuff stuck to the bottom now. Yeah. Right, think fast, think fast. What do I do? Put it into the bigger pot. Oh, that's going to be... will I be able to even lift that up? I guess I will. Okay, let's try give this a try. This is absolutely fucking awful. That's too hot. So much shit. There is, right? Okay. This could go horrifically wrong. Should have done less lentils. We have a lot of lentils stuck to the bottom of this pot, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, we're going to take this one away. I'm going to put this one here. El Grande. But it's very dry. Alright. This pot isn't hot, so... I'm just worried the lentils are going to be crunchy. Alright. I honestly don't know what to do. I'm going to put some water on and maybe add it in. No, because that will just water it down. I feel like there's way too many lentils in here. I should have maybe put less. Or realised that the canned lentils would have probably come with liquid themselves, right? Yeah, that's too bitty. Ah! Can I get Dan's permission? Blackened oven mitts? Yep. Okay. Dan's permission was not attained before this. His sack is being cooked regardless. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some water in here. And it's going to make it a little bit watery, which is exactly the thing I didn't want to do. However, I feel that's going to be necessary, otherwise the lentils are just going to be... yeah. So we just boil some water. Add a bit. And we get it mixed in. And I'm hoping this doesn't dilute flavor or anything. Right. Sorry, I'm choking on the fucking dry lentils, man. Give it a little bit of time, perhaps. And maybe yeah, maybe oh my god, there's like fucking dry lentils stuck in my throat. I'm sorry. Hopefully the lentils absorb the water so we maintain the thickness of the sauce, but we don't end up with dry lentils. This recipe has been shit. Do not follow this recipe. Just need to give it a little bit more time. The thing is, this is just going to thicken up on the bottom if we're not careful. And we still need to add the spinach, which will add some more liquid when it wilts. So I don't know, we can maintain belief. Can you remember where Danish people were from? Really? How do you not remember the country? I mean, I understand sometimes getting confused between like Danish and Dutch, because they both like sound somewhat similar. But just forgetting it entirely. I know in Spanish people get confused between Switzerland and Sweden sometimes, because Sweden is Suecia And Switzerland is Suiza. Suecia is Suiza. They sound pretty much exactly the same. So I'm just doing this dish before it like solidifies, because some of the lentils got stuck on the bottom of the dish. That's not something I want to have to deal with like days later. Okay. Holy shit, my stuff's still sticky first. Get off. Need to do some stirring. Okay, I think that water helped. I hope it helped. See how thick, like, it's turning the sauce? It's just getting stuck on the bottom. Oh my gosh. I should have maybe just followed the recipe and done canned lentils rather than this, but I think it's still going to be okay. No, still needs more time. I mean, Denmark is like literally one of the happiest places in the world, no? It's literally like top 3 happiest places in the world. I think Norway might be number 1. They know how to keep people happy and healthy. The question is, do I add the spinach now? I think I'm going to do it. People are more aware of the existence of Ireland than Denmark. I think that depends where you go. Not going to lie. I mean, if you're talking about like an Anglo-centric point of view, like England or, you know, the US, sure. A lot of people are going to be aware of it because, you know, Americans have Irish heritage and stuff. But on the mainland of Europe, most people know where Denmark is. Ah! That hurt. I think a lot of people, if we're talking like, I mean, most people are like educated enough to know where to point to countries on a map, right? But if we're talking about people who are a little less knowledgeable, some people may just say Ireland is like part of the UK. They're like, you mean England? Because people are just like unaware of the fact that it's a separate country. Most people know about Denmark because Vikings and, I mean, Scandinavia is a fairly prominent thing. Fairly prominent landmark. So I'm going to add a slightly more spinach than the recipe recommends, simply because I want it to bring some more moisture. And hopefully the lentils will soak up that moisture and not be, you know, gross. And then once I feel like everything is cooked, then we will stir in the coconut yogurt for the final flourish. It's looking pretty colourful right now, which is good. So it's nice when a dish looks nice. Hopefully it tastes nice in the end. Danish wool clogs. Yeah, so he's thinking of Denmark. Sorry, he's thinking of Denmark. He's thinking of the Netherlands. Because people from the Netherlands are Dutch. Thank you, Karik. Good luck with your DS. I hope you make good progress. I don't know. I mean, we're talking from like from Ham's point of view. He's American, right? So again, like English-speaking countries are going to be more like people are going to be more aware of them. Whereas in Europe, people are much more aware of, Scandinavian countries like Denmark. I mean, Denmark is literally part of the main continent. In sporting events, Denmark is a lot more well known for various things. I'd say based on that, the Danish King of Bluetooth. Yeah, that's what Bluetooth's named after. Harold Bluetooth. The actual like symbol for Bluetooth is the like I think it's like the runes or the symbols for his name. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but yeah. Right. Some moment of truth. I don't know, guys. Oh, lentils is too dry, man. I'm not happy. I'm disappointed. Should have gone for the canned lentils. That's Danish culture. Literally like Vikings. Literally the people who colonized Ireland like 1,000 years ago. The Vikings who initially colonized in like the 900s were Norwegians, and they were accompanied by Danes and eventually Swedes. And they started hitting the west coast of the UK and then realized they could actually just colonize Ireland and then attack England from there. Vikings equals Sweden. Please do not. You're embarrassing yourself, Leah. Vikings come from all parts of Scandinavia. But, like, essentially, yeah. At this moment in time, Leah, it's more about your lack of knowledge than people knowing more about different countries. We're talking purely on like the number of people who would know the two countries. I would say most people would know both because they're both pretty well-known countries. But Americans don't really know much about anything country-wise, right? I'm Italian. I'm Irish. Yeah, sure you are. But, you know, other than like the countries they're supposedly from, I don't know. Do they know many places? I would say Denmark is probably more well known than Norway. I mean, literally, Norway and Denmark are like two of the most successful countries in the Winter Olympics. Denmark won the Euros in '92. The world number one tennis player for women was Danish a few years ago. The number one at that time. Like Peter Schmeichel's from Denmark. A lot of people know Danish stuff. Aqua are Danish. I'm worried I'm going to serve this up and it's going to be really horrible because of the lentils. Again, Leah, just because you're not interested in something doesn't mean other people aren't. I think that's as best as it's going to get under the circumstances. Literally Viking. Oh my gosh. This is turning into a circular argument or debate. What is this? Stop. How many? Again, Leah, this is probably more of a reflection on American knowledge than anything else. I feel like you ask most people in Europe to name countries, they're going to be able to name Denmark. You knew every other country. Again, like, I don't know. Every country in Europe. So he named, like, Malta, Vatican City, Andorra, Liechtenstein. Even the eastern ones. What are you saying about the eastern ones? Okay, if I leave this any longer, it's going to just go dry. So I'm hoping Cloudy is awake. I may have nodded off. You have to stir in some yogurt. Kind of want to eat some of this. So we need like that much. Coconutty. Whether I like that or not, I don't know. Well, he had the day off today, so he's been out in the sun. He might have nodded off. The countries you think of when you think of Europe are France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Sweden, Finland, Britain, Ireland. Really? I mean, I don't know. Then again, like I could name every country in Europe. Like me and Sweet do those map things. I'm just going to stir this in and then heat it up. Bring it up to temp. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Big fat ego? No, I'm just good at maps. Like, what do you want me to say? I can do everywhere in Europe, South America, North America, obviously, like Central America. I can do most of Asia and most of Africa. Asia, on a good day, I could probably do all of them. Africa, I still struggle when locating them on the map, on those map quizzes. What do you mean you can do? I can remember the names of all of the countries. Is what I mean. No news from Cloudy. So I'm going to assume he's asleep. My geography, I mean, the only reason I'm somewhat decent at geography is because of football games where I have to pick the country players on a map. So I just learned maps and flags. So I'm pretty good at those. Well, I will put some names in. Yeah, I don't know where Cloud is, so I guess I'll just leave it to the side. But yeah, I would say most people in Europe would know where Denmark is. Denmark's a pretty well-known country. I would say the only people that would struggle would maybe be like, you know, people who aren't from Europe. Okay, this is looking thick as now. Because of the yogurt that just got put in. Your rebuttal? Nuh-uh. Yeah. I'm gonna go listen at his door. If I can hear movement then. Hello. His door is closed. I assume he's asleep. I don't know when it's thick enough. I don't know. When it looks like something I would enjoy. Personally. I mean, it satisfies my thickness requirement. Right, well, I guess I'm just going to serve up. Pop these naans in the microwave. I'm eating on my own. Definitely a spoon for this one. Definitely a spoon. We got a ladle. Serve some of this up. There's a lot here. A decent amount for leftovers. Got to get a picture as well. Of course, for the gram. Ah! I have just burnt my fingerprints off. Take a picture. It didn't look great when it was 50% lentils. Yeah, I was a bit concerned at that point, not gonna lie. It looks alright now. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. Well, I'll leave this on the side. I guess Cloudy can eat when he's ready. Get some plates out. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Garlic bread. What? It's a naan, dude. It's a naan bread. It's a type of flatbread that you have with curries. Yeah. You need the lentil part. It's got butternut squash, which is very nice. It's not got any meat in it. It's purely veg. Anyway, gang, I'm gonna go eat. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna play through a game called Biomutant. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I was hyped for it, and then it turned out the reviews are pretty bad. But I got it in the Humble Bundle a couple of months ago, so thought give it a go. We'll experience it, the good and the bad together, I suppose. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And yeah, thank you for joining me today. Have a lovely evening. Oh, I'll be casting later as well. If anyone wants to watch, I'll be over on ChrisCast doing some TF2. Bye.